record. Hello, your
Your
mom.
mom,
I'm back.
your mother, we're back.
Well,
He's back.
I'm back.
I
Uh,
never left.
you never left. I've been here, and Doom is eternal, but Persona is 5, but Destiny is 2. So
And also not fun.
we're doing the video game consoles tier list. Cause you see, there's some premium consoles here.
Like the Virtual Boy.
The Virtual Boy is pretty fire. Oh wait, where's the Soldier Boy
The PS Vita.
Yeah. So first up, we had the PS Vita. Personally, I think this is a C
It,
tier console.
it's a console. It's a console.
The problem is you can't like. There's very limited movement because it only has a D-pad and buttons. It's like you're
But
playing.
it has two clear triggers that always enrage me. Because why are they clear?
Have you seen like Battlefront games, like Star Wars Battlefront games on the PS Vita?
No.
Yeah, they're
It would
so
light
great.
on fire.
They're so
I
great.
had a PS Vita crash trying to play Tetris.
Well, they're so great. We have the original Xbox. That's a goated console. It has an X on top of it, and therefore, it's the only true Xbox. Because
so
it's a box with an X on it.
Can I just get like a cardboard box with an X on it?
What? Which console?
What is that?
Is this the console that plays Pong? What's the console that plays Pong's name?
I don't know, but that sounds like not a console. That sounds like just Pong. That's called an arcade machine.
This isn't the Atari, is it? Wait, it is the Atari. Oh no, I'm thinking there's two. I forgot there are multiple Ataris. If this isn't the Atari, I'm very sorry.
I figured they would give up after the first one, but they didn't.
I'm very sorry, guys, if this isn't the Atari, but it looks like it plays Pong, and therefore, Pong is the best game ever, so it goes to top of the...
I made a whole presentation about how Pong is the best game ever made.
Pong is goated tier. PS3 is kind of a goated console, but also the commercials were really creepy, so that brings it down to S tier. What do you think?
But that makes it better for me. I enjoy the funny... It was such a great commercial.
So, okay.
Remember the one where somebody gets murdered? That's my favorite commercial.
The Atari 1000, whatever it has, I actually have used one of these before. I'm supposed to inherit one eventually. I don't know when that's going to be, but I will inherit one of these. And it's an S tier console because it also has Pong. But it also has other games.
Anything with
it has,
Pong must
actually, never mind. Never mind. It has to go above because it also has the ET game and Pong.
I love E.T.
It has the ET game and the Pong game.
If you have the ET game, please send us copies of your ET game.
My uncle who has it has 2 copies of the ET game.
No way.
Yes way. Nintendo Switch.
It's the greatest game of all time.
Nintendo Switch, honestly, kind of bad compared to a console like the Ataris. So I have to put it A tier.
Doesn't even play Pong.
Yeah, it doesn't even play. Actually, no. I just realized Nintendo Switch has Tetris 99, so it has to go to S tier. It has Tetris, and it has Donkey Kong. It has Donkey Kong, so it has to go S tier, but it doesn't have Pong, so that keeps it from being GOAT tier. The GameCube is pretty funny.
I think it's funny because it's a cube.
So C for cube.
Yes.
C for cube.
What is that?
It would be S tier, guys. Oh, it's like the Sega Mini or something.
That does not look like it should.
The Sega Portal Game Gear. That's what it was called. The Game Gear. It's 500.
It has 3 buttons.
The Game Gear's kind of fire. The 3 buttons put it in this tier. Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
It deserves it.
Unfortunately, it can't play Pong, so you can't put it in the best.
Yeah, but it's still super great. The original Nintendo, the NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System, has true classics. It has Donkey Kong, a Mario, a Zelda.
Does it have Pong?
That's a good question. That's a good question. They're about to answer. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it has Pong. I think Atari was greedy and took Pong all for themselves.
So that it only gets A tier because it doesn't have Pong. Um, excuse me. What is this? I can't.
Uh,
Okay, that didn't help. That's not the
uh,
Jaguar. So that's not the Jaguar. The Jaguars. So
the
I'm gonna.
Jaguar has a beautiful controller.
Yeah. This. It's not the Saturn because the Saturn. Wait.
Just make it
That's not
what?
the. That's not the Genesis, is it? No, it's not because the
We're
Genesis.
about to come up on one of the best consoles to ever exist.
Wait. I gotta put on my question mark key because I'm pretty stupid. Don't know where
I would
it
just
is.
put what, but spell it wrong.
The
But
Segwa.
that's me.
The Sega.
It's the
The.
Sega. It's just the Sega.
This isn't the Genesis, is it? No, shut.
I love that.
That's the Genesis, isn't it? Yes, it
No.
is. Yeah, yeah.
What is that guy doing?
Awesome. Okay, the
Fair
Sega
enough.
Genesis has Sonic, which then included. Actually, we have to move GameCube up to S tier. Has
Yeah.
best tier. Has Shadow the Hedgehog on it. Okay.
Does a shot at Hedgehog.
So anyway, the Genesis is actually pretty fire. I gotta go B tier though, cause
It was the one good thing that
Actually,
Sega did for
S-
a console.
you're actually wrong. There's one console better on.
It's the bet. You don't know that console? It's
No.
a Kickstarter console that only streams games. It's like a console, except you can only play mobile games on it, and the controller is awful.
Okay, so PlayStation also has Shadow the Hedgehog, so
So true.
therefore the Sega Dreamcast, the last good
The
console,
controller confuses me. Everything else I like.
the last thing that came, the last good console Sega made. I remember when the Dreamcast. Well, I don't remember because it's before my time, but or was it
You
the
were not alive.
Dreamcast, PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo, GameCube were all the head consoles of the time, and now it's just PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo. But this thing was goated, and then other consoles happened. Keyboard.
So true. I love
I
keyboard.
no, I've seen the console. I just don't remember the name. Wait, is it the Jekka?
That
How do you spell Jekka?
I feel like that's a fake word. No, it's. But I want to learn about how to garden.
Okay. I thought there was one called the Jekka, but I was definitely wrong. Okay, so question mark, question mark, question mark.
That's something.
It's something. It's something that's C tier, because Sega Saturn
So-
is. Okay. The Game Boy.
Very good.
It's B tier, because I kind of can't see the screen when it's.
You don't need to see
It's
it.
kind of. When it's too bright, I can't see the screen.
Exactly. That's the point.
The
You
X-
don't need to see the screen.
The Xbox One. Probably the biggest console failure of all time. People were so happy, and then their whole marketing campaign going into it was, oh yeah, games, I guess we play that. But do you know what's really cool? You have top of the line movies on here. Guys, you want movies?
So true. And then they came out with the and then they were like, how about a 360 instead?
No, the 360 was before the one.
Yeah, I know. And everyone was so happy,
Oh.
and then they forgot how to count.
Garbage.
So they did 360.
Absolute-
What after comes after 360?
What is this?
One.
What is this?
That's the Virtual Boy. What do
Oh,
you
it
mean?
is the It is okay. Sorry, some of these are hard to tell. It's hard to tell the Virtual Boy when it's
No.
not on somebody's
No,
head.
no, up.
Best
There
console,
we go.
truly agree. The computer. This isn't a console. What do you mean? What? No. Not
What do you mean my absolute gaming rig isn't a console?
okay. I'm sorry to say, for all PC people out here, I have a good computer. I can play really good games. But I'm gonna tell you right now, computer is not a console, and consoles are honestly a better deal. Cause I don't feel like, well, I did, but some people don't feel like spending $1,000 to buy a PC that's like half as good as a PlayStation, and some people don't feel like spending $5,000 or $10,000 to say, I'm slightly better than the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X.
Except here's the difference. You can pirate things on there.
You could also do that on these consoles. You
Yeah,
just
but
need
you
a
need the
phone.
internet to import it.
You also need
You should
the
just use your
the
phone.
computer also needs the internet.
So true.
So
You need
it's
the
also
computer.
not a console.
But it definitely is.
The Wii U.
I have it. It's great.
It's something.
No.
It's
There we go.
the Wii U is not.
I'm gonna say it. The Wii U is actually not a bad console. It's just the marketing for it was awful, and then they proceeded to release nothing for it.
Exactly. All the games are pretty bad. The only saving grace it had was that I could play in Wii games.
Yeah.
And other than that, there was nothing released on it.
Yeah, but why would you do that when you could just play it on the Wii? Because everyone had the Wii.
Exactly. Everyone who bought the Wii U had the Wii. I didn't buy the Wii U because I looked at it and I said, "What is that? It looks like it's trying to be a." The best part is it looks like it's portable, but then you take it 5 feet away from the console and it just dies.
Yeah, if you leave the room, it's like, please move back.
What's the point of charging it? Why don't I just keep it always plugged in? Why don't you just
I
give me a
know, because
controller
everyone
instead?
played it on the TV, and if you played it on the thing, you were playing it next to the console.
Exactly. Okay, so
You only played it on the console when you didn't have access to the TV.
True. The Super Nintendo. I have one of these. Personally, it's right next to my desk. Or not, it's on my desk next to my Nintendo 64. It's gold, so it's not this gray cringe one. This is also the new one that you can't put games into. But the Super Nintendo is S tier, no bias at all.
No bias.
No bias. Okay, I'm gonna move these around a bit. The Game Boy Advance. It had Kirby, and
And you could see the screen.
it had the poke. True. It's the one. It's actually, I would say, Nintendo. Thank you for making a the first good portable console. That's why it's in the best tier, because it's truly the Nintendo DS. Also, actually, I'm gonna do this because Nintendo DS is truly beautiful. It's a work of art. Have you not seen Sonic Colors on the Nintendo DS?
I love Sonic Colors. I feel like all games that were made for the DS were great. Everything that was ported there was a mess.
It was. Look at this. Amazing graphics. That's not Sonic. Ooh.
That's not Sonic. I love Sonic Colors. For
Okay,
the
so anyway, that's why it's the best thing. Okay. So Nintendo 3DS, who really used the 3DS, the 3D feature? No one. Exactly. Therefore,
it was just a more powerful DS.
It was just a more powerful DS, but it also wasn't as cool as the DS, so I have to give it A tier.
It wasn't as cool because it just felt like the same thing, but again, fair enough. Wii Sports. They also have Pong.
You see, the Wii is truly the perfect console.
So true. It has Pong. I think you can get
Atari games, yeah. It has the Shrek game on it.
It does have the Shrek game.
The Wii
This is why the Wii is the best game, and
is truly.
It also had Galaxy, and for a thing that was supposed to be
it was supposed to be less powerful than the Wii U, and it was
For something that was mostly marketed as
friends.
a remote.
Yeah, it was mostly marketed with motion control. It had so many great games. Some of them included motion control, and even the Here's what I'll say: the motion control games on the Wii were good. Wii Sports was good. Take some notes, the Nintendo Switch.
What do you
Get a
mean?
better Wii.
The Nintendo Switch has only
Get
the
a
best.
get a better sports game. The PS4 is honestly, as a person who has it, it's like C tier. Actually, no, it's B tier. It has
I say it's A.
A. It does have. I think if it was just if it had the same games as PS3, it would be like a lower tier console. But because of some of the games on there actually are like breathtaking, that's what puts it to A tier.
It's not the most well-built console. It's just when it blew up, so many big developers and were releasing like phenomenal games for it that it
Yeah.
kind of overwent the
Actually,
fact that it crashes.
I just realized this would be B tier because it kind of sounds like a jet engine.
Sometimes it does sound like a jet engine. Have you ever heard it when I open up Fortnite?
Yes, the new PS Vita is a vast improvement on everything that was the original PS Vita. You had multiple triggers. Well, not back triggers. You had actual analog sticks now.
And they
Therefore,
were
it
still
gets
clear.
exactly. Therefore, it gets A tier because the clear. The Xbox 360
No!
is a
Boo!
goated console.
I have the Xbox 360. What a beautiful place for...
It is a goated console. I have used both the PS3. I did not have the Xbox 360 personally, but I knew somebody who did, and it was still a great console either way. And I have to say, it goes along the PS3. The PS3 was definitely the better console, as you can tell, because PlayStation tried to market it at one point at $500 because people liked it so much.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's modern
It's
day
like one of those
consoles.
simulator games. As soon as people like your place, just crank it up to the max, and people will still pay for it.
The PS2 game is truly
No.
its best console. I have one. Okay, let's say it this way. I got
It's not...
I got the
I
PS.
definitely agree that it's the best, but it is not better than the Wii.
True. Okay, I wasn't gonna put it above the Wii.
Then why...
Crazy.
No, it doesn't... It can be like 2 levels below the Wii.
Okay. So I personally have it. When I got the PS4, my mom even said this to one of her friends. I still played the PS2 more than the PS4 when I first got it. It was only when I actually got good games on the PS4 that I started playing it. I played the original Battlefront 2 so much. I think I have it 100%ed. Do you know what else I have 100%ed? Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga for
You know what? I have
PS3.
100%ed SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated.
True. But I'm better because I have the um words. I have Lego Star Wars: The Complete Saga 100%ed.
Fair enough.
And therefore I am the best gamer of all time. So this is the official console tier list. Again, not a console, but this is the official console tier list. I don't care how you guys feel. This is my opinion.
Your opinions are not viable here. Our opinions are correct. Yours are not.
True. Well, that's the end of the video. Your mom,
Your mother.
and I'm back.